Hey everyone, we would like to share a testimony about praying and God answering our prayers.
Yeah.
I mean, to the T,
Yeah.
doing exactly what we asked for. So we felt the call to full time ministry,
Mhm.
and we made it took a leap of faith, and we made a move, and we moved to another city from where we were at. And when we moved, we had a church family that was nice enough to give us some time to stay with them, to get on our feet. So throughout this time, I'm looking for a place to stay.
Yeah.
But I had a certain prayer request. And
Mhm.
my prayer requests were for two things. One is that the individual that gave us a place, that they would give us a place because they liked us.
Yeah.
And that was one. And then number two, and that we had to do no background check. And now the thing about it, when I say no background check, it wasn't like my credit was bad or anything like that. I just didn't want to go through the process. I just wanted someone to give us
Mhm.
a place without anything. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my prayer, and even for you, you
Yeah.
had certain specifications
Yeah.
as well.
I wanted the place to look modern. I wanted it to look nice, and like I would hope, like just remodeled,
Mm-hmm.
new carpet, just remodel, look nice. I just really wanted the place to look nice, so that
Yeah,
was my prayer.
yeah. She a woman. She wanted it to look good. All right. Well, anyways, so I'm praying for this, and we're both praying for this. Let me
Yeah.
say it like that. We're praying for this,
Mhm.
and I remember meeting one individual. No, that wasn't it. I think I met with one other person,
Yeah.
and that wasn't it either
Yeah.
as well. So now I believe this was the third place,
Yeah. And the
and
first. Mhm.
and I set up an appointment to go look at an apartment that we saw online.
Yeah.
I believe it had the pictures online.
Yeah, I did.
It had the pictures online.
Yeah.
Anyways, we go to this place,
Mhm.
we're there, and the gentleman showing us around,
Yeah.
and talking to us about the place, and while he's talking to us, he asked me, "What do you do?"
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, "Well, I'm a pastor." And when I said that I was a pastor, like this brother almost went, well, not almost, he
Yeah.
went into confession, and he went into just like confessing all his failings and where he's
Yeah.
at, and he basically he had a conscience to do certain things,
Yeah.
but he was not doing them, and he just
Mhm.
began to confess and talk about where he was at in his life and so on and so forth, and I was I didn't really say much to him. I said maybe a little
Yeah.
thing, a little encouraging thing, but I didn't like just go into full on ministry mode. I just kind of
Yeah.
like said a little something encouraging, because I really was just listening more than anything, because he was
Yeah.
he had a lot to say. Um, so we're walking through the place, and the place is fitting everything that Maggie wants.
Yes.
Had brand new flooring, open concept,
Yep.
nice backsplash, brand new carpet in the rooms. Um,
Remodel bathrooms. It
mm-hmm.
had really good natural light.
Really good natural light. I
Yeah.
mean, it was fitting everything that she wanted aesthetically,
Yeah.
and but now we just had to see the hand of God do what I was asking.
Yeah.
So as me and Maggie are just kind of talking with him, and just sharing a little bit about why we're here, what we're doing. Uh, um,
Mm.
I remember in the he stops us. He stops. Well, I think I kind of get through saying something, and he says, he just kind of says, you know what, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Mhm.
I've been in this business for 20 years, and I know good people when I see them.
Mhm.
And he says, you know what, so what we're gonna do, because I had the application filled out and everything, I had to pay the application fee, but he was like, here, you just give me the application. I'm not even gonna check it. I'm just, you can even have the keys today. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, you can have the keys today. And I'm like, sure. And literally, we went there just for a
A walking through.
walkthrough.
Yeah.
And we left there with an apartment, with
Yeah.
a place to stay.
And he did. He waived the application fee as well.
You're right, he
Yeah.
did.
Mhm.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right. He just, like, he expedited the whole thing, gave us the place,
Yeah.
and was like, I trust you.
Yeah.
I know you're all the good people. And sure
Yeah.
enough, I mean, he was right in that regard.
And it turned out to be a good time with him.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
good- yeah.
I mean, it worked out well.
Yeah.
You know, I believe we were good tenants.
Yeah.
I believe while we were there, and but the thing is that this happened 2 more times after this.
Yeah, definitely. Did.
This was not the only time this happened. This happened 2 more times. When when our family grew, our needs grew.
Yeah.
So we needed to,
So we had different prayer requests, and even just being in a place, we knew some things that we liked and some things we didn't like. So now we were able to pray a different prayer and specific prayers, and God answered. But we'll save that for next week.
Yeah,
we'll save the next part and how God led the rest of it.
Yeah. I just want to encourage anyone who's listening that, look, the Lord is hearing, he is still in the business of hearing prayers. Be specific when you're talking to him.
You can tell him.
Like break it down. Again, the worst thing he can say is no or wait.
Yeah.
But be specific. Talk to the Lord. Trust him to be able to do what would seemingly even be impossible. To do that thing for you, because he truly has shown himself to be able to do it, and that he's willing to do it.
Yeah.
If he's willing to do it for us, he's willing to do it for you.
Yeah, we're nobody special. So believe that God can, and just pray. Ask God. Like, don't stop until he gives an answer. Like, truly, the power of prayer is beautiful. So utilize it today.
Amen.
God.